Mick, huge milestone for the club this week. Josh Papalii, 319 club games. What's the mood been like this week, and how's the team celebrated it?
Well, it's been really good. It's been, wonderful to be involved in it. It's something that, really only comes around once in a career for a coach as well. I was thinking the other day, with Paddy being number 400, Josh is 300, it'll be 2040 when no one gets to this mark. So it's a long way away. So for us as coaches, we're really proud to be involved in it. I know the playing group's really excited.
You've been involved with Josh for a number of different stages in your time here at the Raiders.
Yep.
What is it that stands out for you as a coach and what he's been able to bring to the team?
I guess for me, it's off the field, it's how much he's loved. Certainly I know every coach that's been here would think Josh made him a better coach, and same with the players. He's such a likeable guy. To be here 15 years and not have, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say a bad word about Papa. I'm flat out getting through a day without someone saying a bad word about me. So, it's a wonderful, wonderful legacy that he'll leave, and hopefully we can get a good result for him.
I mean, the team's obviously playing some great football at the moment, and going on quite well. The bye coming at the end of this week. How important is this game? I know they're all important, but this game in particular, to go into that with a bit of momentum and have that week off?
Yeah, for sure. We've spoken about our run-in, and when the bye comes, it comes at a good time for us. But really, this week's all our focus has been. And, Josh having a big game is part of it, but for us, we want to have a good performance at home in front of our fans. 14
games straight the team will play before the first bye. How's the overall feeling amongst the group? They've had to do a lot of travel and play a lot of football. How are they feeling?
I think it's worked really well for us, and that's been on the back of the results. I think because we've been winning, it's been working really well for us. We probably didn't need to have a bye up until now, but some boys have got some bangs and that, so a week off would do us a lot of good.
Yes, how's Jamal travelling, and is he right to go?
Yeah, Jamal only had a light run the other day. We expect him to get a full session in the day, and we're expecting him to play.
Now this weekend is about celebrating the Papleys milestone. How are you keeping the focus on the team as a unit?
Well, I think the boys do a really good job at that themselves. We have good leadership amongst the group, and certainly Papa doesn't want it to be about him. So we all know we've got a job to do, players and staff, and we'll be working hard to get a good result for the club.
How has Papleys play developed over the years? How has Papleys play developed over the years?
Well, he's always been a wrecking ball. That hasn't changed. And, most of my career here has been around the attack side of things. And the reason it's easy to coach Papa is you give him the ball and he does the rest. So he's developed his leadership and the quality of mentor he is for the young players, certainly over the years. And, as I said, he's just been a wonderful guy for the club.
Another milestone this week for Cory Paterson. This is his last week, ahead of Origin selection to really put his name forward. Do you think he's done enough to get selected in the Reds?
Red's been in our best players every week since round one. It's been a really good year for Red. He's got himself in really good condition. He's playing good football and he's playing disciplined football. So, he certainly wouldn't let his state down if he was picked.
What does it say about him, this character, having the season that he had last year to, now being talked about in Origin selection and being one of the best props in the league so far?
I think Cory's spoken a bit about it, but I think he understands that the person who has most influence on his career is him, and he's worked really hard to get himself fit, and he's doing everything he needs to do, so he's playing good football as a result.
You mentioned the bye was sort of coming at a good time. Does this sort of milestone game, is that sort of coming at the perfect time as well, sort of one last push?
Yeah, well, you don't get to choose any of those things. So, it is what it is. And as I said, as a club, we're going to celebrate Josh's milestone game and the most games ever by a Raider. So for us as a club, we're looking at it as probably the biggest individual game that's ever been played here, and because it is. And we're all hoping we can do our best for him.
South have got a couple of key players back and they're playing a bit of unpredictable footy. It's a really good challenge for this group as well.
Yeah, we understand Souths are going to be on. They had a really close game against New Zealand last week and they won their two before that. And with Cody back and Jack back, they're going to be stronger again, so we're going to have to be on our game.
A bit of a nice one, like just a full circle moment to have Jack back here this weekend too, do you think, for Papa?
Yeah, well, I know they're very good friends and they played a lot of their career together. So yeah, that'll be great as long as we've got the win beside us at the end of the game.